Mick Corrigan here from Action Coach. So doing another business spotlight interview, and I'm delighted to introduce you to Ryan Connor. So Ryan is a director and co-founder at Voxy Media House. I've looked at his website. He's got some pretty cool stuff on there as well. So looking forward to Ryan, you telling us all about Voxy Media House. What's it all about?
Yeah, so Voxy Media House is a creative film production company, which was set up by myself and my business partner and best friend Joe in lockdown. We was both freelance for a while, me being a director, creative director. And then when all the work stopped, we set Voxy Media House up in lockdown. We're basically a creative film production company that create content for sports and lifestyle brands. But we're sort of like a hybrid, really. So there's a lot of like new ways of doing things at the minute. So we sort of like do ideation and script writing, and we produce as well as do the production. So we're kind of a bit like a one-stop shop. So yeah, that's what we are. Creative film production company based in Wigan Town Centre at Wigan Hall.
Brilliant. And did you say you specialise in sport and lifestyle?
Yeah, so we originally just used to do sort of sports related content, but we've diversified over the last 2 years now to start to work with sort of like tech brands and fashion and music, and continue to sort of try and diversify. So that's why I say sports and lifestyle, because a lot of the stuff we do is prominently sports, but we're sort of filtering into different industries at the minute. Yeah.
And can you tell us some of the brands and people that you've been working with?
Yeah, so we've been really lucky to work alongside some really huge brands such as Nike, Under Armour. We've ventured with Anthony Joshua for almost a decade now, creating his documentary and commercial content. So a lot of the stuff what you'd see surrounding him is usually done by our company, Voxy Media House, on the commercial level and on a documentary and social level. That's kind of like the sort of stuff we do with him. A lot of we've stripped the website right back because we want to start focusing more on commercial production. So a lot of the documentary sort of stuff is found on Anthony Joshua's YouTube channel, but Voxy's focus at the minute is commercial content, not really
Tell us
much
a bit more about
documentary
that.
stuff.
All right.
It's just better and cooler and funner. I
Right.
mean, like working with like bigger budgets and letting your ideas come into fruition. And, one of the things what we're trying to do at Voxy Media House is get to the heart of the brand and, develop shots what are gonna, look great and do things. We're concept to creation, so we come up with a lot of the ideas for the productions in-house, collaborate with agencies and marketers to create videos, impactful videos. And there's a lot of ideas that I want to do, a lot of places I want to take Voxy Media House, and yeah, we're on the right track with it. So we just need
Lots
to.
going on then.
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah. But there's nothing better for me than being on a film set with actors and great kit and a great location and having a great crew and just bringing an amazing idea to life. It's just my absolute heroine. Do you know what I mean? And that's what me and Joe share a similar interest in. So the driving force right now is to just try and work with bigger budgets, be trusted with bigger budgets because we know what we're doing. And then just keep trying to sort of keep pushing that forward. Really, we still obviously do a lot of we stick with our roots. We love to follow interesting people and interesting stories, and and graft. You know what I mean? That's what we've always done. Really, I mean, if a lot of people say, "Oh, how have you managed to sort of work with them huge brands and stuff?" And it's just hard work and consistency, and try and hold as much value as you possibly can to them kind of people and brands. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rather than wanting to go and do that, it's like, well, what value can I bring to them things? Do you know what I mean? And try and find a way to sort of prove yourself, really. Every opportunity which we get given is never a, oh, this is just some bread and butter. It's always like, how can we maximize that opportunity as optimum as we can, so we're remembered, we're creating great stuff, and you know, it's pushing the machine forward. So you know, we don't really have a sort of bread and butter mindset, really. I mean, obviously we've got to earn money and stuff, but it's all about the quality of the work, what we're producing comes first. And you know, the growth is an accessory to
and
that
a little
journey.
birdie tells me you've got another little project on the go as well.
Yeah. So I'm actually sat in it right now. So I've just opened a studio in Wigan Town Centre called Hyde Studios, which is in a great location. It's just across the road from Wigan bus station. It's at the old rectory, Wigan Hall, which used to once belong to the All Saints Church across the road in Wigan Town Centre. It's a great room in a really old building. It's got a lot of the original architecture, and we've transformed it into a studio where people can come and hire and create projects. So we have a big infinity cove. We have loads of different backdrops. There's free parking. It's a gated, secure estate. And you get all of our kit to hire as well. So it's been a graft, but we're on the right track with that as well. So we've had, over the last couple of weeks, we've had the likes of BBC come down and film one of the Maestro episodes here. We've had some music videos produced here, some live streams, virtual events. A lot of people want to get married in here as well. So I've actually just paid £800 to get a wedding license, so you can actually get married in here. So yeah, that's Hyde Studios, HYDE Studios. It's not in Hyde. Everyone says, why have you called it Hyde Studios? I'm like, well, when I was reading in the archives about the actual foundations of the land and stuff, the word Hyde popped up because it's on a hide of land.
Right.
So yeah, that's kind of why we called it that. But yeah, it's because it causes a lot of confusion. So I'm actually a bit in the air about the name at the minute, but you know, it works, and yeah, it's a cool name.
So some great positive stuff that you've done and are doing in the future. What challenges might you have ahead?
I think the challenges we've got ahead are staffing, employment, people, you know, and trying to sort of trust people with your baby, really, and because we get a lot of inquiries and stuff, and you know, want to start learning how to delegate projects. We still have obviously creative control, but just trying to sort of delegate projects and having that trust in other people to fulfill the quality of what we're saying that we're doing. That's a big challenge. Still not something we've kind of got used to yet, but you know, that's usually how a lot of the big agencies work. So we want to just kind of, you know, do a similar thing really to fulfill the demand, because there's only so much me and Joe can do. But we've got a lot of interesting people around us at the minute. We've just recently started to work with a really interesting guy called Peter Moss, who used to work at Ogilvy as a creative director. Super intelligent guy, knows a lot about the industry. And we're lucky enough that he's from our hometown, Wigan. He just got in touch with us and, you know, said he'd like to sort of meet us and talk to us. And, you know, he's only around the corner, so he's in here. We're learning so much from him. He's walked the walk and done all the amazing things involved in agencies. He's, you know, working in Asia and New York and London with some really cool brands. So we're learning a lot from him at the minute. And we're incorporating some extra services onto our offerings as well, like strategy and communication, which will be headed out by himself, making sure that the videos are doing what they're saying that, you know, the video is going to work. So we're having a little bit more strategy around the actual videos, what we're creating. So yeah, a lot of exciting
future. Yeah. And what have you learnt along the way, Ryan?
I've learned
from
that
a business point of view and about yourself.
What have I learned along the way? I learned that I've got a lot more patience than what I thought I had. And I'm a lot more resilient than what I thought I was, because it is hard. It's very stressful, and it takes a lot of patience, and things just don't happen overnight. We have a lot of people what come like, oh, you know, they'll see the studio, they'll see the clients, they'll see the kit, they'll see whatever, and they'll be like, oh, you know, I want to come and get involved with it, and you know, we'll see that they've got a bit of talent or whatever, and then you know, give it a few weeks or a few months, and then the reality hits home of like, this is the long game. Do you know what I mean? And not a lot of people can stick it out, and you know, and the novelty soon wears off. Sometimes the novelty's worn off for me a few times. Do you know what I mean? But you know, I think, you know, there's only me and Joe who have that vision, and we can't force that vision onto anyone else. The only thing we can do is inspire people around us who want to get involved with the vision, and know that it's something that, you know, rise or die kind of mentality. Do you know what I mean, with us? And yeah, we're in it for the long run. And it's like, you know, there's no secret. It's just hard work and consistency. And you know, I think it's what Elon Musk says. You know, die trying, and that is literally our mindset. We'll make it happen no matter what. Do you know what I mean? And so far, so good. I mean, you know, that's it.
Good for you. And with the benefit of hindsight, knowing what you now know, having gone through that journey, looking back, what might you have done differently if you got that opportunity? Hypothetical question.
Hire faster, fire even faster.
Go on, tell us more about
that. I think, you know, you can sort of sit around on a lot of things what are just, you know, can be done by someone else. And a lot of things what don't even require a lot of, you know, but it's almost this kind of like control thing, because we've worked so hard to create what we've got. And, you know, there's a lot of stuff early on where we were scared to sort of introduce people to certain things or get people to do certain things, because we were scared of them messing it up or looking bad on us. Do you know what I mean? But the truth is, like, brands are quite resilient. Do you know what I mean? And it's like a human, you know, like humans. It's like a brand is like a person. Do you know what I mean? It's like a living, breathing thing that you've created, and you know, and it's allowed to make mistakes. Do you know what I mean? And it's no different to like me making a mistake. All right, in the moment, I might think I've made a big mess or whatever, but a few days later, it's forgotten about and things have moved on. Do you know what I mean? And I wish I could sort of, you know, remember that early on, to like, you know, people get over stuff, and you know what I've been ramping up in my head, because I'm a creative person as well. I've got an extremely vivid imagination, so you know, I overthink a lot of things, and I can see a lot of things happen in my head in real time. You know, that's why I'm a film director. So I just wish if I could do it again early on, I could sort of get in the people I've got around me now, or who are working now, for some roles to be fulfilled a lot earlier on, such as like, you know, administration, production, producing sort of stuff. And that, I feel like that could have sped things up a lot quicker. But you know, there's that saying in it, it's fast success builds ego, slow success builds character. So, you know.
So you built some character?
I think so, yeah. I mean, you know, maybe. I think I have, yeah. I mean, I look at there's like how my life's changed since setting up the business and stuff, and I no longer drink, I no longer smoke, I no longer do a lot of stupid stuff that I used to do when I was younger. And it's almost kind of been like, you know, like I look at the person I was when I first set Voxy up to what I am now, and I'm really proud of myself. Do you know what I mean? Like, compared to you know, what things could have potentially have been like.
Well, good for you. Good for you,
yeah.
mate.
So,
and Ryan, I wish you all the best, because it sounds like you've got a very exciting future between you.
Yeah, man, it's a nice one.
Yeah.
And yeah, apologies for taking so long to do this as well. I know that it's been in the pipeline. I've just been so busy at the minute, but yeah, I'm glad we've got it done.
Worth the wait, Ryan. Worth the wait.
Yeah.
Cheers.